Welcome to New Zealand's biggest gap year, an epic challenge that my partner Laura and I decided to tackle a few years back. The challenge? 365 activities all around New Zealand in 365 days, and today we're exploring the beautiful East Cape region of the northern end of New Zealand, and we're checking out Tolaga Bay, and an amazing, super unique Maori church, so check it out.
This morning we are waking up in the awesome little hostel called Stranded in Paradise, situated in Tokomaru Bay. All the rooms have been designed so that you can see that famous East Coast sunrise. However, the weather is not that great for watching sunrises, so we just hit the road straight away. The first stop on our Eastland road trip itinerary today is Tolaga Bay Wharf.
So we just arrived at the Tolaga Bay Wharf. It just stopped raining like a second ago. So we're gonna head all the way across the wharf.
The longest wharf in New Zealand.
Longest wharf in the world.
No.
Seriously guys, this wharf is super long. You can barely see the end of it when you start walking on it. It's crazy. It's 660 meters long, and we are gonna be taking a lot of pit stops along the way just because we like to take a ton of pictures and because 660 meters just sound like a lot of walking.
There's surprisingly a lot to see along the way as you're walking along this wharf. It goes alongside these huge sandy coloured cliffs which are filled with sea caves, there's archways, loads of different layers to the rock, and out ahead we can see loads of different offshore islands, and not to mention how vibrantly green and turquoise the water looks. This place is absolutely stunning.
Alright, so that's our 6th day here on the Tolaga Bay Wharf, and we're finally reaching the end of the wharf. We're not really looking forward to the end of the walk, the return 6 days, because we're already running out of rations and food.
Rations?
So we're probably gonna have to hunt on the way back.
So it turns out we won't be needing to use our rations because there's actually a lot of fish at the end of this wharf. Tolaga Bay Wharf is a pretty popular fishing spot, and we can definitely see why as we look straight into the water and see all these fish.
I think they're really used to people coming with their sandwiches and be like, oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. Because there's no barriers at the end of Tolaga Bay Wharf, you can definitely see what people might do once they get to the end of the wharf on a hot day. But for us, it is pretty miserable and cold and rainy, so we just decide to head back on this walk, which apparently it takes half an hour to get to the end of the wharf and back, but I think we're walking a little faster than that.
Tolaga Bay is almost picture perfect, especially if you have a non-cloudy day and at sunrise. It would be absolutely amazing to be able to watch the sun rising from there. But we are already back on the road because we are making our way to our next destination. This Eastland road trip is taking us from one awesome spot to the other, and the next one that we're going to be visiting is an awesome Maori church. The name of the church that we are going to be visiting now is St. Mary's Church, but it's commonly known as Tiki Tiki Church because it's located in Tiki Tiki. The church is open to the public to visit. It's really awesome to be able to get yourself into such an amazing place, but it is closed to the public during services or weddings and stuff like that. It's a normal church. People are still going here every Sunday. As soon as you step into the church, you cannot help but being taken aback by how beautiful this church is. No matter your religion, no matter your beliefs, the work of art that is in this church is absolutely mind-blowing. In fact, it is very often described as one of the finest churches in the whole country. There are beautiful carvings all over the place. Every single wall is jointed by a beautiful carved piece of wood, and there is woven panel all over the church which are called tuku tuku. Every single one of those light glasses are Maori inspired, and there are beautiful flowers to complement the whole thing. How amazing is that? Laura and I spent a lot of time, a surprisingly long amount of time in fact, in this church, taking about 1 million pictures. It is absolutely picture perfect, and if you have the chance to travel around the East Cape, it is an amazing free thing to do along the way, and we strongly encourage you to get there and check it out.
The Tiki Tiki Church is one of the great free things to do on any Eastland road trip, and that's the great thing about road tripping around the Eastland region. Most of the stops, the sites, the beaches, the walks, they're all free to do, so it's the perfect place to travel if you are traveling in New Zealand on a budget. But for us, we are heading to our final destination for this evening, which is Hicks Bay, and we're staying at the Hicks Bay Motel. You.
Alright, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It's always cool when our activity is mostly a road trip and we get to check out a lot of different places. That's usually how I enjoy my road trip the best, to be quite honest. Alright, so there was quite a few comments on this video, so let's go over some of the comments that we had. So first up, we had Ross that was saying that it's a pity the weather didn't cooperate because the escape drive is beautiful in sunny weather, which I do agree, but you know, that's the thing with New Zealand. The weather is always so changing. You still want to do your activities nonetheless. And to be fair, I do think that everything looked amazing no matter the weather. He continued by saying that the escape region is, let's say, just strange. In Tokomaru Bay, he saw wild horses walking down the main street, and near the escape lighthouse, which I presume you'll visit in one of our next video, yes, stay tuned, he saw feral pigs along the side of the road. So yeah, it's definitely a bit more of a wild region of the north end of New Zealand, and that's why we do like the escape region even more. Okay, the Happy Carlsons say that the church looks so good. Margaret Peacock is telling us that she had a pen pal which lived there, and sadly she died of cancer. So she thinks it's a shame that they never met, but they did keep in touch. She was never able to find another pen pal from there, but the place looks beautiful. And so I do really agree, and I feel like even if you have no one to visit there, the place is still so amazing. You still should try to make it all the way to the escape, Margaret, if you can. George says that he's from the East Coast and his grandfather's homestead is in Tolaga, so they visit there often, which is quite cool. NZR Engine says, did you do the Gisborne City Vintage Railway? They saw it in one of our 360 videos. Yes, we did. Stay tuned. There is a video coming up with that very shortly. And Matthew says he's just laughing a lot at the silly ending of that video. So yeah, that overall, that's pretty cool. All right, if you want to hang out with us, make sure to check out the NZ Travel Show. It's happening at 8 AM every single Sunday right here on YouTube. And we answer all your questions about traveling in New Zealand. So why not check it out? It's always pretty awesome. And if you want to pick our brain 24/7, check out nzpocketguide.com. It is New Zealand's largest travel guide. In the meantime, you stay awesome and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.